Hello, everybody. Today we are going to look at vowels, and we're going to distinguish between two closely sounding vowels that you find in the word spoon and sugar, oo, And so this should be, I think, interesting and a little bit challenging. And you want to wait till the end because we have another listening exercise involving these two sounds. It's a short one, but I want to try it. And it will be more difficult. The words, some of them you'll get, some of them are easier, and a few are very difficult. So I think we'll challenge all levels of learners with the listening exercise at the end based on these two sounds. But for now, we're going to rehearse these sounds. So welcome. I hope everyone's Saturday is going well. We are taking this video or this lesson from two sources that I have profited from greatly. Jonathan Marks and Susan Cameron. They've done a fine job, and I have used their books with profit. All right, now if you have any questions, I've taken the comments off, so if you want to ask a question, you have to push the button at the bottom that has a question mark in it, and then you can ask any question and I will address it at the very end of the live. Now, just very briefly, to get the most out of this, you have to repeat after me. It's better if you practice it during the week, and it's best if you record yourself during this process. That's how you really start to hear the difference. And I just want you to know that no one likes the sound of their voice. Almost no one. There's an expression in English: he loves or she loves to hear, she loves to hear herself talk, or he likes to hear himself talk. So if someone says he loves his voice, no, they don't say that. He loves to hear himself talk. Means he likes to talk and he likes how he sounds. But in general, and I'm included in this, people don't like the sound of their own voice. That's normal, but still go ahead and practice recording yourself. That's how you learn the most. So let's begin. We're going to start with the first sound, which is the oo sound in two. And you do this you can see in the diagram there how your lips are rounded. We can also say pursed. It's a very antiquated term, maybe. The lips are pursed. Women purse their lips. So it's sort of that shape that you see there. Purse, I think, is exactly the same as the purse that you carry, P-U-R-S-E. I think it's a secondary, not very often used meaning to purse your lips. So here we have it. The lips are rounded, and we go ooh, ooh, two. So the sound is coming from the back of the throat, ooh, or the back of the mouth, actually. All right, let's begin. I want to get straight into it, and then we're going to mix them up, and it will be, I think, challenging. So let's just start with some basics just to get the sound down. And for some of you, this is easy, but it will get more difficult soon. Two, group, shoe, blue. All right, me too. Work in groups. New shoes. Red and blue. Listen to the music. 42. Fruit juice. Now we're going to jump to the next. The next one is as in full, and this is a deeper sound, a bit deeper. Your lips are also rounded, but not quite to the extent as in ooh. So you have full, it's a darker, deeper sound. So let's see if we can reproduce this in words, and then we're going to mix them up, and it might be challenging for some of you. So let's begin. Full, full. So you got to really open up and get that full. Try it again. Full. Now, if you notice, this is why English pronunciation is difficult. If you look here, there are 3 ways to produce that sound, 3 different spellings with a U, a double O, and an OU. And if we back up to the earlier example, look at how many different spellings we can have for the OO sound. We have OO, OU, OE, UE, and EW. And now you understand why it's so complicated. In my heart, I sympathize with all learners of English because this is not fair. This is absolutely not fair. You've got 6 different spellings for the same sound. And of course, these spellings can also be different. So it's not just, those combinations of letters don't just produce that one sound. They have several different sounds that can be produced. So it's very difficult. All right, sugar, sugar, book, book, foot, foot, wood, wood. All right, now a few short phrases or sentences here. My bag's full. My bag's full. One more time. This is a little bit deceptively tricky, deceptively difficult. My bag's full. Where's my book? Do you hear how the words sort of elide and sort of mesh, or they all run together? Where's my book? Where's my book? My left foot. So we're focusing on the but if you notice that the T in left is missing when we read this sentence. My left foot. You don't hear the T, do you? My left foot. Number 4, a kilo of sugar. A kilo of sugar. So if you hear, do you notice the O in kilo and the O in of? They are the same. So now what happens? Listen again to the 2 O's because the second one basically disappears. A kilo of sugar. Did you hear it? Kilo of. Kilo of. Kilo of. So 2 O's, 2 different sounds. Kilo of. Kilo of. Really strange. A kilo of sugar. Who's that woman? Who's that woman? All right, now we're going to do mixed vowels. Are you ready? It's going to get a little bit more challenging. We're going to move straight into it. So here we go. We're first going to do words and then we'll do phrases and sentences. Boo. So I'll say the pair and you repeat the pair after me. Boo, book. Boo, book. Now, for those of you who don't know, boo is what like a ghost makes. If you want to scare somebody, you say boo. And so that's how we spell that word. Boo, book. This is the most difficult pair probably. Pool, pull. We're going to practice this one. This is difficult. Pool, okay, let me try. Pool, pull. Pool, pull. Do you hear the slight difference? Okay, we're back. I'm sorry. We had it says slow connection, so it just cut off. Sorry about that. All right, let's try it again. Now we'll do the next one. Su, soot. Su, soot. Now, soot is that black powder that comes from carbon. You see soot at the bottom. Sometimes anything carbon-based, you'll see that black powdery. That's called soot. And that's generally after a fire or something. You have soot, or this resin or remains. And then sue, to sue someone is to take them to court. I am suing you. I will sue you. All right, to, took. To, took. Crew, could. Crew, could. Shoe, should. Shoe, should. Root, we have two ways to say this now, route or root. And I think we have to say root, route. Oh, this is weird. All right, route, that's the most common pronunciation. Rookie, route or root, or rookie. One more time, root, rookie. The route is the way to go. What's the route? How do we get there? What's the route? So what streets do we have to travel on or walk on to find this place? Rookie is someone who's new. They're just beginning. And we often associate rookie with sports. So if someone's a rookie in baseball or football, it means it's their first year playing at the pro level. Fool, this is the second most difficult one. Fool, full. Fool, full. Really difficult. Let's do it again. Fool, full. Fool, full. Very difficult. You might have to practice those. And these actually make a difference. A lot of people say, but if I mispronounce it, people still understand what I'm saying. In most cases, yes. But pool and pull, fool and full. There are some instances where it can confuse the listener if you mispronounce the word. So we have to be mindful of this. To be mindful of something is to be conscious of it, to be aware of it. Food, foot. Food, foot. Brood, brook. Brood, brook. All right, let me explain these words because I don't think many of you know these. If he or she is brooding on something, that means you're thinking about it for a long time, and you're normally thinking about things that are unpleasant, that make you unhappy. So you're brooding. So you might be rehearsing in your mind, it's to think about or brood, a very unhappy experience, maybe recently. So if they're said to be brooding over that. And then brook is a small stream, but the second meaning is very formal, very literary, and it's a really beautiful old phrase that you don't see often, but you saw a lot in the 19th century. If you read books from the 19th century, you will read something like, they brooked, or they will brook no opposition, or brook no criticism, means they won't tolerate opposition or criticism. So to brook no opposition means they don't tolerate opposition. All right, cool, cook. Cool, cook. Stew, stood. Stew, stood. Lose, look. Lose, look. All right, how are we doing? Please let me know, actually. And if you want to let your friends know, you can share this live with them, especially if you feel you're benefiting from it. All right, let's go to the next slide, and it is here. Now we're going to do mixed phrases. Ready? Cooked a stew. Cooked a stew. Now, for some of you that don't know, stew is a soup with meat and potatoes and vegetables. This is called a stew. Shouldn't get used to it. Shouldn't get used to it. So don't get used to it because it won't be here for long, something like this. School bully. School bully. A bully is, I think, an international word, unfortunately, because of the problems in the school. I hope that your children have never been adversely affected by a bully. To be adversely affected means to be negatively affected. Adversely affected by a bully. I hope that's never happened with your children or with you. Solution in the booklet. Solution in the booklet. One more quick group. A group of bulldogs. A group of bulldogs. Foolish to go barefoot. Foolish to go barefoot. Barefoot means to go without shoes. So you're walking just with your feet, no socks, no shoes. Drew in his childhood. Drew in his childhood. To draw, he drew or she drew. A loose foothold. A loose foothold. Now let me explain this because many of you might not know this, or some of you might not know. A foothold is when you place your foot somewhere. Normally hikers, if you're going up a mountain, you have a foothold. You place your foot there and it's holding you up. So it's called a foothold. Now, if it's a loose foothold, that means you keep slipping. And if it's very bad, you can fall. So a loose foothold means it's not secure. You could fall. Infuriated by losing. Infuriated by losing. So if you're infuriated, you are very angry. I'm infuriated at you. I'm so angry. Again, I hope we don't experience that emotion very often. But this is life. It will happen from time to time. Here we go. Mixed sentences. Are you ready? Julie understood her full-time nanny couldn't be booked during the month of June. And I'm going to try that. Okay, so now we're working on fluency. So let's try it again. Just try to practice it. And if you want to send me one of these sentences, you can record a sentence and send me one, not four, please. Send me one. Let's try it one more time. Julie understood her full-time nanny couldn't be booked during the month of June. All right, booked means to make a reservation. She couldn't be reserved. You couldn't order it. You book a hotel, actually. All right, who knew the cooking school's cookbooks couldn't be ordered until Tuesday? Ooh, tricky. One more time. Who knew the cooking school's cookbooks couldn't be ordered until Tuesday? All right, let me know how you're doing. I'm very curious about this. If it was maybe this was too easy. These two sounds, except for pool and pull, maybe everything else is too easy. Let me know. Or too difficult. By contrast, number 3, in the dimly lit room, Drew mistook the new deep shade of blue for maroon. In the dimly lit room, Drew mistook the new deep shade of blue for maroon. All right, mistook means confused, mistaken. It's in that way. Dimly lit is an interesting combination here. Dimly lit means there's not much lighting. So there's just a little light. Number 4, you are confused. Brooklyn is not a rural environment infused with woods. Difficult. Number 4 is very difficult. You are confused. Brooklyn is not a rural environment infused with woods. All right, infused with means you put something in. So there are not a lot of trees. Woods is another word for trees, or like a forest. The woods. The deep woods is the deep forest. All right, now are you ready? We have an in-class exercise listening with these sounds. I'm going to read these 2 sentences. I want you to note and try to spell correctly the missing words. There are 3 in each, and I can tell you, a few are easy, a few are moderately difficult, and at least 2 are difficult. So this will challenge everyone listening. Are you ready? I will repeat these sentences 3 times, and I'm going to try to say them all very normal, not so fast, not so slow. Here we go. I'm going to read it here because I can't remember those words. The wind blew furiously through the woods, pushing all the drooping bushes aside. I'll read it again. The wind blew furiously through the woods, pushing all the drooping bushes aside. One more time. The wind blew furiously through the woods, pushing all the drooping bushes aside. All right, there's one in there that's tricky. But for some of you, all of it might be difficult. Let's try the second sentence. Ready? I'll do it 3 times. The woman proved to the group of youths that the bulldog by the pool was friendly. Second time. The woman proved to the group of youths that the bulldog by the pool was friendly. And finally, and then I'll give you the answers, so here we go. The woman proved to the group of youths that the bulldog by the pool was friendly. So try to identify the word and try to spell it correctly. This is going to be the interesting part. Now, I want to say I would like to get some feedback from you. If you like this exercise, if it was too much or too little, maybe we should do more. Maybe there are too many words, blanks in each sentence. Give me your feedback on what you thought of this. I'm very curious. I did it once before and it went over pretty well. Here are the answers. Let me know how you did. The wind blew furiously through the woods, pushing all the drooping bushes. Drooping means they're not straight, they're leaning, they're drooping, pushing all the drooping bushes aside. So drooping is difficult. The second one, the woman proved to the group of youths. That one's difficult. Youths is not a common word. It's not uncommon, but it's not that common. That the bulldog by the pool was friendly. Let me know how you did. I'm really curious. I wish we were live now where I could see you. I would ask for a show of hands and get your feedback.